Hi guys, today we will understand a very important concept which is the photosynthesis. I think you heard about the photosynthesis from your childhood, which is coming in your subject. So today we will understand it with a very simple story. So what is the story? So where the photosynthesis will take place? It will take place in a leaf of a plant. You already know leaf is what? It is a kitchen of a plant. So in that leaf, consider there is a one vessel is there. Now this vessel which we will use for cooking. Now what we will cook? For example, I can cook rice. So I will put rice into this and I will add water in this vessel now. Now is this cooking is complete? No, we have to add fuel to that. Now what is a fuel now? The fuel is a gas which we will burn for the cooking. Now according to this, our food is get ready after cooking. Now what is the relation between the photosynthesis and the cooking? Now this container which we have took the vessel, it is a chlorophyll which is present inside the leaf. Then we have the water which we took here for the cooking. It is a water itself which the roots will absorb from the soil, and the rice, the grains we took that are carbon dioxide which stomata will get from the surrounding air, and this fuel which we took, it is a sunlight which we will use for the initiation of our reaction. Now this is how our cooking will be done and plant will make the food. What is the food? What they will make after cooking? They will make glucose. Now this is our food which the plant will make after cooking. How the glucose can be written scientifically? C6H12O6. This is how our glucose will be written. Now we will tell how we can write this one in exam. Similarly, you have to mention what are the necessary things for the photosynthesis. You need four important things: chlorophyll, water, carbon dioxide and sunlight. If any one also missing in all these four, the photosynthesis will not occur. It will not happen. So what sunlight will play here a very important major role. Just like food cannot be cooked without gas, photosynthesis cannot happen without sunlight. Now while explaining all these process, three important steps you have to mention. First, absorption of light energy into chemical energy by chlorophyll. Who will do it? This chlorophyll will absorb the sunlight. If you consider sunlight, who will absorb the sunlight? Chlorophyll will absorb the sunlight and it will convert that sunlight into chemical energy. Then conversion of light into the and splitting of water into molecules of hydrogen and oxygen. Now this is your hydrogen and oxygen, split into hydrogen and oxygen, and then finally reduction of carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. Now this, using the hydrogen and oxygen, the carbohydrate is converted into carbohydrates. Now how we will write this in the form of reaction, which is very important for your exam. See, 6 CO2 plus 12 H2O when they are added in the presence of chlorophyll, inside the chlorophyll, and with the help of sunlight, the hydrogen and oxygen, carbon and oxygen again they will break down and they will form into C6H12O6, which is a glucose. Now which is a food, the plant will make glucose. Then other extra products are released, which is O2 plus again we have 6H2O. So what is the main product? Main product is a glucose. Oxygen and the water vapors, they are the other products of this photosynthesis. So this reaction is very important for your exam, and you have to write balanced, and on arrow mark you have to mention chlorophyll and sunlight in your examination, which is very important. Now like this you have to explain the process. Now while doing all this process, another one concept is there in your board examination, which is stomata. I think you know about this stomata. Stomata is a, there are tiny pores present on the leaf of a any plant, where it will help to exchange the gases. Now how the gases are exchanged? For the photosynthesis, for respiration, you need pores. Like we have nose in our body, similarly plants have stomata. We can't compare that one with the organ, but still it will do the same work. It will exchange the gases. So first, how the stomata will look like, we can see there are two guard cells. So how we will draw the stomata? There are two guard cells, like bean shaped guard cells are present. Now in that guard cell we have the nucleus and we have the chlorophyll also, which will help us for the opening and closing of stomata. Now around these guard cells there are cells, other plant cells present. Now how it functions? Stomata will, when the guard cells absorbs water, so these cells have already water. When this water will enter inside the guard cell, the guard cells start to become turgid. What they will become? Turgid. Turgid means what? They will take all water and they will start to bulge. Now they want to remove that water outside, so the stomata will get open and it will throw the water outside. Now once it is, all water is removed out, what it is removed, all water is removed, then the guard cells loses water and they become flaccid. Flaccid means what? They will be again as it is earlier, and the stomata will, this gap, the gap which are you are seeing here, it will be lessened or closed. So like this small gap will be made, like that earlier it is now smaller gap, for which the guard cells will do their function. So this is how your stomata will do its work. Now what are the functions of stomata? First, intake of carbon dioxide, intake of carbon dioxide. Then we have release of oxygen. Again what it will do? Release of oxygen. Then again we have loss of water vapor. What it will do? Loss of water vapor. So this is the concept of stomatal opening. And what is important for you is, you have to draw very neat label diagram, and it will fetch 2 to 3 marks in your examination. And for one more important examination tip for your board examination is, write always points in bullets and underline keywords like chlorophyll, guard cells, turgid, flaccid, like this. It will fetch important marks. I hope this concept is clear for you.